What's up, guys? Chasing up New Age Revolution down here in the cave, down here in the 80s den, the 80s rumpus room. Was that a word? Rumpus? Saying that right? I'm done. I'm 99.8% done. Yes, 0.8% done. There is some cordage that needs to get organized and hidden maybe a little bit better. And there's a box of VHS tapes that need to get some, some space. So that's it. That's it. It is done. This was done quick, but then the cleanup was a beast. Because when you have shelves that are sitting in a place for so long, you start adding little things to those shelves, and then when the shelves come down, you're like, well, I don't know what to do with this little Pac-Man fuzzy, hangy, plushy thing. I don't want that. I just tossed it on a shelf. Well, I do want it. But I just tossed it on a shelf, and I didn't know where to put it, so it was on the floor, and papers were on the floor, and screwdrivers, and screws, and blah, 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 blahs were on the floor. So we're done, and now we can go back to our regular video making. My hair is it is 185,000 degrees outside. I was working in the garage, sweating all over the place, and now I've got messy hair. But anyway, let's do a tour. Let me take you around. All right, so before we get into the good stuff, I'll show you the new layout of the room. That box is the last thing that needs to go. It's got like VHS tapes in it and other schmutz, and I've got to find a spot for it. That'll be done this weekend. I got to go get another piece of wood for a shelf. But anyway, here's the new layout. A couple of shelves have been put in the middle to divide the room, and then we come over here. You'll notice something huge. G.I. Joe Central is not here. The bases are. That clutter of junk of cords is coming down too, because I took a lot of stuff off of the television on the floor model Zenith, and I'm moving it. So the Friday the 13th stuff has been moved over here. Oh my goodness, what did he do with the G.I. Joes? Don't worry, we'll get to that in a minute. Put away some stuff over here. Finally got to display some of the muscles a little bit better. AWAs got put back. The backs of these shelves are going to be used for some posters. Then we come over here, and we've got pretty much the 80s setup. I've showed you that already. The Friday the 13th stuff on the door. But okay, so here we go. Coffee table, $5 from Facebook Marketplace. I love it. It's got the magazines on the bottom too. It is super small, which is perfect. Perfect size. It's dressed with the Atari that my children have been enjoying. Of course, some reading materials, a TV guide you always have to have. This is one of the end tables. Those will go somewhere, or maybe they'll just stay. There's one of the end tables. I have not plugged in the lamp yet. Here is the 80s stuff shelf, moved to the side wall, and it is, it's got space for more stuff, so we're good. We're good. I finally got to bring in my, I don't know if I ever showed you these, my French onion 80s Crocs are they called? Not the shoes, but like, the serving bowls. I think they're called Crocs, I don't know. But anyway, the magazine rack full of PWI and WWF magazines. Those are my photos that I took off my phone, so those just need to go in a photo album, and then the photo album will go up on this shelf too. We got the Dustbuster on the wall. This I just kind of threw up. I don't know if this is my final, display of stuff, but the E.T. and the Hogan and the Sega Genesis, Sega Master System poster, I think. The couch, we're going to talk about the couch in a minute. You'll notice that it's wicker. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Unboxed my talking Pee-wee. Brought my pet monster out of like shelf coffin. Over here we've got another nightstand, end table with the answering machine, the phone. Of course we have my baby picture. That is a painting of the childhood home that I had. The alarm clock. We've got the Popples garbage pail. I moved the G.I. Joes over here. I actually like them over here, condensed. They look cool. So those moved because my kid drums and he vibrates them off the wall and they fall down. Let me show you my favorite part of the room right here. The television setup. We've got the Zenith Space Command totally in working order. And I love it. We got the VCR set in there. We have some Atari tapes. We have the rewinder. We've got some blank, recorded from TV. All my Friday the 13th, other movies that I got off of eBay. And there's the TV. So we've got the Atari. Bam, bam, bam. We've got this. I love this TV. And the VCR is hooked up. The Atari is hooked up. I will be watching stuff down here, guaranteed. Because even though this television is small, I think this is 19 inches, the picture is such a throwback. I am telling you, I am going to watch. I can hook up a DVD player through the VCR. So I am going to come down here and do some Wrestling with the Past episodes on this television. And I will watch some movies from this couch right here. This is my favorite part of the room is, the TV setup. I just love it. So that's the room. That's what I've done. I am happy with it. Let me give you as much of a full look as I can. I am happy with the final product. I had a very small space to work with, and the furniture that I got, I think, works awesome. And I'm happy with it. But I want to tell you a story, so I'm coming back around. I'll be right back, as they say. All right, so the couch. I'll tell you what, I had two ideas, two very specific couches that I wanted. First of all, I wanted a love seat, a two-seater, because a couch wasn't going to fit down here. And, every couch that I was looking at on on Facebook Marketplace was stupidly overpriced. Like somebody's junky, flowery love seat for like $100. I'm like, get out of here. Then you go to Goodwill or the Salvation Army, and those are even overpriced. Foolish prices. $89, $79 for a donated love seat. And donated stuff is usually a last resort for people, right? They're just like, here, just get this thing out of my face. All right, so I found two couches on Facebook Marketplace. Both free. Now, before you say, what are you complaining about? It was free. I get that. I understand. Okay. But here's what happened. I messaged one person. I had a great love seat, very vintage looking, very cool, soft, great. Messaged them and said, look, this is actually going to be used. I'm going to use it. I'm going to sit on this. Is it clean? Are there any mildew smells? Any cat hair or cat urine? And also cigarettes, okay? Any cigarette smell? The first person says, nope, this is almost brand new. Okay, almost brand new. Couch from the 70s, almost brand new. I drive all the way out to their house. And the girl is not there, but her boyfriend is there. And the couch is in the garage. Okay, fine. Couch is in the garage. We're loading it up. And as we're loading it up, he's telling me that the house was their grandmother's house. And she was, losing her mind. And when the grandmother died, and the grandchildren, the girlfriend and her boyfriend, they got the house. So then when they got there, he told me everything was covered in mold. As I'm loading this couch into my truck with him, everything was covered in mold. I mean, the dishes were growing mold. We had to just rip everything to shreds. So I'm thinking, so this couch was in a dead grandmother's, mold house. I don't say anything. I drive away. I pull over. I get out. I start smelling the couch. It's unbelievable. It's like the most mildew mold smell in the history of the planet. I immediately take it to Salvation Army. I don't even come home with it. I take it to the Salvation Army, and it's donated for free. Second story. A day later, I go pick up another couch. Ask the guy the same question. The second couch, I messaged the guy back and forth, and this time I was trying to be like, funny and cool. I was like, it doesn't, again, I was basically saying, does the couch smell? Is it clean? I'm going to use it. I even said, it's going on YouTube. That's going to be great. Dude is like, brand new. My aunt gave it to me. I don't need it. I didn't want it. So, yeah, come get it. It's great. I go get it. It's in a garage. It's in his garage, and the garage smells like a mechanic's shop. It smells like gasoline, transmission fluid, oil, all of that stuff combined is just, emanating from the garage. So I'm thinking, all right, well, maybe it's been in here for 46 seconds because that's about the maximum time that it can be in there without absorbing all the smells. As we're loading it into the vehicle, I kind of sneak a smell. It's awful. Again, I'm not a rabble rouser, as they say. I take the couch. I get it home. It is infected with mechanic garage oil, fluid, gasoline smell to the point where it's burning my nostrils as I am trying to smell it. So I'm enraged at that point. I'm like, that's it. I can't get a couch. I'm going to have to buy one. I was looking on Amazon for like these $300 like mini doctor's office couches that you put together. And I dumped that one at the curb. It's gone. It got picked up by the garbage. And then I'm in my backyard and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. We have a love seat. We have a love seat as part of our, massive collection of patio furniture that, we never have more than, 3 people over. So I don't need seating for 48 out there. So I brought it in, and it's I was going to cover it with the Star Wars sheet. This Afghan has been mine. This Afghan has been alive since probably 1970 or sooner. When I was born in 76, in some of my baby photos, like infant photos from my grandmother's, this is on the back of her couch. I'm guessing that it was made prior to 1976. It was at least, this blanket is at least 46 years old. I would assume it was made a few years earlier. It always came with me wherever I went, this Afghan. So that stays. I got the Rambo throw on the back of the... So, all you really see is the wicker. If it was white wicker, that would be cool. It'd be a little Golden Girls motif. I don't want to spray paint it because then I'll smell spray paint. That'll drive me nuts. So very soon, I'm going to find a way to curl up on this couch, kind of just like this. This is pretty comfortable. I'll get rid of the hard plastic head peewee that's poking into my armpit right now. But I'll sit like this, and I will watch a VHS. And then when I want to do a Wrestling with the Past, I can hook a DVD player up through the VCR, which is hooked up to the coax on the TV, and there we go. I am happy with it. The room is done. There's a big box in the middle of the room full of VHS tapes. That's got to go somewhere, but I ran out of shelving wood, so I'll have to do that this weekend. It'll be done. So now we can finally go back to our regularly scheduled programming, Wrestling with the Past, the Mount Rushmore. Well, I don't want to call it the Mount Rushmore Show because there actually is a show on YouTube called the Mount Rushmore Show. I'll be going on their podcast soon. So, my Mount Rushmore, Wrestling with the Past, my Mount Rushmore, the whatever happened to... we're going to maybe do some Saturday morning stuff down here, eat some cereal, watch some cartoons with my boy, my main man, Liam, behind the camera right now. And that's it. You want to talk about Atari real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you come on over here? You have been loving this setup because you have been jamming out on some Atari, right?
Yeah. The only ones I've played so far is Pitfall and River Raid. And I just started playing video pinball.
Video pinball.
Yep.
Now, River Raid is one of those high score games.
Yep.
So you have been having a lot of fun trying to get your high score.
You helped me get like 11.
10,000.
10,000,
11,000.
yeah.
Yeah, that's our high so far. We got to get a little notebook down here, and we have to write down all of our high scores like we did with Breakout that time.
Yes. If you guys don't have an Atari and an old-fashioned TV, you can go on PS4 and you can get, what is it, PS4 and Nintendo Switch.
No, it's PS4.
PS4, and there's Atari games on there, just like the Nintendo Switch has Nintendo 64, Sega, old-fashioned NES,
and
Super Nintendo. So if you guys don't have those systems, just go on Nintendo Switch if you have a Nintendo Switch.
True. Yeah, you're such a gamer that you're even into Atari stuff.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to play every game system on Earth.
So we'll get all of our Atari games stuffed over there in a bin.
Yes.
We'll try to get those out. Maybe put them in a wicker basket. Put them on the floor right next to the TV, and then you can just go through them anytime you want and grab your game.
Yes.
All right, that's it. We're done. That's the room tour. This took forever.
I know.
You were down here when I started making it.
Yes.
Remember when there was stuff all over the floor?
Mm-hmm. And I was reading.
Oh yeah, you were reading the Friday the 13th movie book.
Yep.
All right, I think we're good. Does it look good down here?
Yes. The only thing you have to change is that over there.
You don't like the shelf in the middle of the room?
Yes, I do not.
Okay. Well, there's no place else to put it. Bend over and I'll show you. Good night.